day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our special broadcast. I'm your host, Eds, and today we have a captivating case study to share with you. Joining us are 9 experts from various fields who will help us understand the intriguing case of Maria, a 5-year-old girl who recently immigrated to the United States from Puerto Rico. A pediatrician, parasitologist, gastroenterologist, immunologist, microbiologist, epidemiologist, nurse, psychologist, and radio broadcaster. Our case today revolves around Maria, a 5-year-old girl who presented with gastrointestinal symptoms after her recent immigration to the United States. Erwin Alegre, can you provide us with the initial details?
Well, certainly, Eds. Maria visited a local clinic complaining of diarrhea, gastrointestinal pain, and bleeding, so samples were then collected for further examination.
Thank you, pediatrician. Let's ask the parasitologist about what did the examination reveal.
Upon microscopic examination of Maria's stool samples, barrel-shaped structures with plaques at each end were observed. These structures are identified as the eggs of Trichostracura, commonly known as the whipworm.
Fascinating! Gastroenterologist Idil Antipuesto, can you tell us about the symptoms associated with this infection?
Trichuriasis or whipworm infection is associated with various gastrointestinal symptoms, including diarrhea, abdominal pain, and rectal bleeding. The presence of these symptoms in Maria's case indicates the impact of the infection on her digestive system.
Thank you, gastroenterologist. Immunologist Jalaika Soy Baguio, how does immune system respond to this infection?
Right, so this is how it goes. When the whipworm eggs are ingested, they hatch in the intestine and mature into an adult worms. The immune system responds by triggering an inflammatory responses to combat that infection. However, in some cases, the immune response may not effectively eliminate the parasites, leading to persistent infection.
Interesting. Microbiologist Adeline S. Crisostomo, what is the mode of transmission for this parasite? Maria likely contracted the whipworm infection through the ingestion of food or water contaminated with whipworm eggs. Poor sanitation and hygiene practices, especially in areas with inadequate sanitation facilities, contribute to the transmission of this parasite. Thank you, microbiologist, epidemiologist Isa Jabone. What can we learn from this case in terms of public health?
This case highlights the importance of public health measures, such as improving sanitation and hygiene practices to prevent the transmission of parasitic infections. It also emphasizes the need for early detection and treatment to minimize the impact on individuals and communities.
Very well said, epidemiologist. Nurse Liam Kyle Kumidoy, can you share your perspective on caring for Maria and her family during this challenging time?
As a nurse, it is crucial to provide compassionate care to Maria and her family. We play a vital role in educating them about infection, its treatment, and preventive measures. Our support and guidance can help them navigate through this difficult experience.
Thank you, nurse. Psychologist Aliyah Hele Hansinal, what are your thoughts on psychological impact of this infection on Maria and her family?
Dealing with a parasitic infection can be distressing for both the child and her family. It is essential to provide psychological support, address their concerns, and help them cope with the emotional challenges that arise during the treatment and recovery process.
Thank you, psychologist. Finally, radio broadcaster James Christian Ganada, what are your thoughts on this case?
As the radio expert, I'll ensure that the case is presented to our listeners in an engaging and informative manner. We'll provide updates on Maria's progress, insights from our panel of experts, and tips for preventing parasitic infections. Together, we can raise awareness and promote a healthier community.
Thank you for your answers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an incredible team assembled to shed light on the case of Maria's nematode infection. Join us in our upcoming broadcast as we delve deeper into the investigation, treatment, and prevention strategies for parasitic infections.
The drugs help to eliminate the parasitic infections or anthelmintic medication, such as albendazole or mebendazole. When infected with a disease, the suggested dose of mebendazole is 100 mg twice a day for 3 days, or albendazole is 200 to 400 mg twice a day for 3 days. Mebendazole has been shown to be more effective and is considered first-line treatment. Albendazole and mebendazole have an inhibitory effect on tubular polymerization, which results in the loss of cytoplasmic microtubules of the parasite. Albendazole and mebendazole work by disrupting the parasite's ability to absorb glucose, which is essential for its survival. Without this energy source, the parasite becomes weakened and eventually dies. This medication also interferes with the parasite's ability to reproduce, further reduce the infection.